She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin.
Angel Reese was just thrown out of a game for showing disrespect to the referees. But believe it or not, that's not even the most humiliating thing she's pulled off recently.
Chicago Sky, the national title winner at LSU. And she talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin.
We're talking about a player who went from being the rising star everyone admired to basically a walking headline. But before we dive deeper, a quick favor. If you enjoy this content, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It truly helps us out a lot. Thanks a ton. Now back to the story. Picture this. You're at the peak of your career and suddenly people know you more for your scandals than your skills. That's Angel Reese's journey in a nutshell. In this video, we'll walk you through every twist of her shocking fall from grace, a warning tale that shows why chasing fame can sometimes cost more than it's worth.
Full of words, I would have been fine with it. She's embraced the villain. She understands social media. She's done quite well. But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin.
Remember when Angel Reese was the superstar everyone couldn't stop talking about in women's basketball? At LSU, she was absolutely crushing it, dropping 23 points, grabbing 15 rebounds, and dishing out 2 assists per game in her final college season. Ree wasn't just good, she was dominating the court and making headlines everywhere. But then things took a strange turn. She started spending more time curating her Instagram than refining her jump shot. Her follower count began climbing faster than her scoring stats. By August 2023, she had over 2 million followers glued to her every post. The big question, were people watching her for her basketball skills or just double-tapping her latest selfie? Angel Reese addressed this in an interview. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin.
Here's where things really start to spiral. While Ree was busy building her social media empire, her on-court performance in the WNBA took a serious hit. She was only putting up 13 points and 10 rebounds per game, a huge drop from her dominant college numbers. It almost looks like she traded her basketball prowess for likes and comments. Now, you might think, so what? Plenty of athletes are active on social media. But the issue is bigger than that. Coaches and analysts are raising eyebrows. One commentator even said Reese's choice to focus on Instagram over dominating the court is downright embarrassing. Ouch, that stings. And it's not just the experts shaking their heads. Fans are noticing too. One fan summed it up bluntly. People are talking about her, but not for the reasons she'd want. Many are just rolling their eyes at her antics. It's like Reese forgot the very skills that made her famous in the first place. So, what's next for her? Then came a complete 180. Some people were cheering her on, saying she looked incredible and was owning her empowerment. But just as many were shaking their heads so hard, you'd think they were trying to unscrew them. One fan didn't hold back, saying she looked like she'd gotten into a fight with a pair of scissors and lost. Ouch! That stings worse than a hard foul on the court. And it wasn't just random internet critics. Even some fellow athletes were giving her the side eye. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Athletes pose for magazines all the time. But here's the tricky part. The WNBA has been fighting for years to be taken seriously, to be seen as athletes first, not just eye candy. And then Reese comes along. And just like that, all that hard work seemed to go out the window. WNBA officials were not thrilled. They worried the swimsuit photos would shift the focus from players' skills to their looks. It was like Reese accidentally dribbling straight into the other team's hands while she was busy lighting up Instagram. Meanwhile, another fire was brewing, the on-court rivalry with Caitlin Clark. What started at the 2023 NCAA National Championship game exploded beyond the court. Reese's post-game taunting of Clark wasn't just a moment. It became the spark that set their rivalry ablaze. But Reese didn't stop there. Long after the final buzzer, she kept taking shots at Clark through social media and interviews, almost as if she wanted the game to continue off the court. Fans were divided. Some loved the drama, while others felt Reese was going too far. You'd think she'd focus on her own game, right? Nope. One minute she's praising Clark, the next she's throwing shade. It was a roller coaster, and everyone along for the ride couldn't look away. She even started calling herself the villain of women's basketball. Can you believe it? Reese was fully embracing the bad guy role, like she was a character straight out of a superhero movie. Some fans loved it. They were here for the drama. Others? They were totally over it. But this wasn't just annoying fans. The league was starting to get worried. Officials were giving Reese side-eye, questioning whether this was really the kind of attention they wanted for women's basketball. It was a reminder that there's a line between healthy competition and just being petty. And it wasn't only the league feeling the heat. Reese's teammates weren't exactly thrilled either. Rumor had it, some of them were tired of the constant Clark comparisons and social media battles. They just wanted to focus on basketball, not drama. Just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, Reese decided to turn up the heat even more in a recent game. During a game against the New York Liberty, Reese did something so shocking that the entire arena went silent. What could make a star player risk it all in the heat of the moment? Picture this, a tense matchup between the Chicago Sky and the Liberty, with just 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Reese is giving it her all, but then something snaps. She gets hit with not one, but 2 technical fouls. The first came after she allegedly addressed the referee disrespectfully. We've all seen players argue calls, but Reese took it to a whole new level. And just when everyone thought she'd cool off, she does something even wilder. She waves her hand dismissively at the ref, basically saying, "I don't care." And boom, tech number 2. Before anyone could react, Reese was being escorted off the court. Can you believe it? A star player ejected in the final minutes of a critical game. You'd expect her coach to be furious, right? But here's the kicker. Chicago Sky head coach Teresa Weatherspoon looked just as bewildered as everyone else. She tried to. Weatherspoon was left standing there, probably thinking, what just happened? After the game, social media went wild. Some fans called it a soft ejection, saying Reese didn't deserve to be thrown out. Others focused on her performance, noting she wasn't exactly lighting up the scoreboard that night. Here's the twist. The league later rescinded that second technical foul. It was like they were admitting, maybe we overreacted, but by then, the damage was done. Reese had already been ejected, and everyone was talking about it. So, what does this mean for her future in the WNBA? Not great. Between the social media drama, the ongoing rivalry with Caitlin Clark, and now this ejection, she's building a reputation that no professional athlete wants. Reese is at a crossroads. Will she double down on the drama and chase likes, or will she refocus on why she picked up a basketball in the first place? The next few months will be crucial for her career. What do you think? Can Reese turn things around and concentrate on her game, or is she too deep in the social media rabbit hole? It's anyone's guess. One thing's for sure. The WNBA has plenty of rising stars letting their skills do the talking, and we'll be diving into their stories next. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.